Hi, I want to welcome you to a special edition of the One and Dunn podcast at NAMM 2025. Our guests today are Nathan East and Noah East. And as I'm sure all of you know, Nathan is known as a jazz, R&B, and rock bass guitarist. He's one of the most recorded bassists in the world. And he's played with everybody: Eric Clapton, Barry White, Daft Punk, Beyonce, Michael Jackson. So his career is just stellar. And then we have Noah down there, and Noah's a jazz pianist and a recent graduate from Berkeley, and he's now touring also. Noah was born with perfect pitch, and he started playing piano at the age of 4, and they are now touring together. So I think that's fascinating that you guys are touring together as a father-son. And how is that dynamic, and how did you decide to do that?
I think it's one of the most special experiences for me that I've had in my entire career to tour with my son, who we've been playing together since almost he was born, and we just thought it was a natural progression for me. I've got so many miles and times around the world, but to do it together with my son has been really, really special and magical.
Right. So Noah, did you know from like the beginning that this is what you wanted to do? You wanted to tour? You wanted to be out with your dad?
Definitely. I was raised, we had a piano in the living room, and we would always play it from me being a real young age. And just seeing all the people that he's worked with, it really inspired me to say, okay, I want to join this and be able to do this one day myself.
Is the dynamic with the two of you on tour any different than your dynamic in your home?
To me, it's kind of like we're in the living room when we're on tour. I'm standing on stage and I'm thinking, this is just like being at home. It's fantastic.
How do you feel about that?
Exactly the same. We've been playing it in our living room so many times, and so just playing it in front of people makes it that much more special. But it's the same feeling we get, and it's just being able to do it in front of some people, so nothing changes.
So you're very young, and you've been playing for a while. Is there anybody that you've had to perform in front of, a friend of your dad's, or someone that he's played with that has just really made you anxious, stressed you out about it?
Oh, man, that's a good question, actually. It's one of those things you never know who's in the audience. I mean, we've had some very important people from Yamaha watch us, and just a lot of great musicians that he's played with, and even recording this album. One of my longtime heroes, Eric Clapton, and people like that. I've been blessed to know them from being a little kid, so they feel like family, but then realizing how amazing they are as musicians, it makes you want to definitely play better. But my godfather, Gray Finley Gaines, piano player, as much as he's part of the family, I revere him as a musician, so whenever I play in front of him, it's like I want to be on my A game. So people like that definitely make you want to play well, but I've been blessed to be able to perform in front of such amazing people.
Now, I know you're both college graduates, and how important do you think the role of education is in your career?
For me, I think it's one of the most important things that we can emphasize in our entire society. The education. We both are from the UC system, so of course.
Me too. UC Davis.
UC Davis. Okay,
cool.
Great. Yeah. So Davis, San Diego, and Berkeley, and I think it's just been invaluable, for my whole life, just to have had that background and the just the frame of reference of having to study and finish something like a college degree.
Yeah. What about you,
I think it's very important. They always preached, whatever you do, you want to be educated and have that behind you. And when I heard that, he had to turn down a few gigs to make sure he graduates on time, it made me realize, okay, whatever happens, at least let me get these 4 years of education behind me, and I never regret those 4 years, so I'm glad I did.
What did you get your degree in?
I got my degree in business, actually. I figured, if we're playing music, that's the real degree, is playing live. So if I wanted to broaden my field and understand the money aspect of everything, I thought I would do that.
That's very cool. What about you, Nick?
Mine was in music, in music performance,
Uh-huh.
but I studied, composition and all genres at UC San Diego. So it's and now I serve on the board of UC San Diego Foundation.
Oh, nice.
So yeah. Nice to give back.
Yeah, definitely. What's your favorite thing about being on tour?
For me, just traveling, exploring new countries, and be able to do that, and also do what I love playing. Nothing like it.
We had a residency in a town called Baden-Baden in Germany last year.
Oh, hi.
And when we landed, we go to get off the plane, and somebody meets us at the door of the plane. They put us in the back of a BMW X6, and they took us to this VIP place where there was food, a library, a piano, and this is all at the airport.
Wow.
And it was just, okay, this is a very fun, unique experience, you know.
Yeah.
And you know, so that was like they were surprising us, you know, with this
Yeah.
little VIP treatment.
That's great. That's
Yeah.
very cool. Now, what's been the most challenging aspect of being on tour?
Ooh.
I think just it kind of gets you out of your usual routine a little bit. You know, I love going to the gym. I go every day. I try to, and I try to eat right. So sometimes when you're out in jet lag, when you got shows back to back every day for 4 days straight, it challenges you to really stay disciplined and, you know, still keep your good habits. So I think that's the most challenging thing for me.
Yeah, the road is tough. I mean, traveling, and again, you know, you're in another time zone, and your body's telling you one thing,
Right.
and then the schedule's telling you another. You know, so like you were saying, you know, you're hungry, but then you don't have time to eat. And we literally, one time we were playing that gig, and they brought us dinner right before we, you know, backstage, right before we jumped on stage. So it's kind of grueling that way, you know.
Yeah.
But the rewarding part is just getting on stage and doing what we do.
I talk a lot to people about just mental health on the road and work-life balance and how you can try to keep the balance between the two. So is it easier maybe because there's two of you in your family, so when things maybe are tough for one of you, you can talk to the other one, or you understand it so well because you've been on the road for so long?
Right. I mean, it's just like any activity that you do, to have a partner and somebody there that can keep you in check and you can kind of keep each other lifted. It makes it a lot easier.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Now, what about you?
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I'm learning just from him. He's been doing it for so long. So kind of whatever routine he does, I try to follow it. And he's real healthy. He does, you know, juicing, and he has a juicer on the road with him. He'll put ginger in there and beets and everything, and just kind of just cleanse the system. But he practices meditation, stuff like that. So just staying grounded and just having some time for ourselves.
Yeah.
Just all the craziness is, you know,
Yeah.
helps a lot.
No, have you ever thought about doing anything else? Since you've been doing this for so long, do you want to play baseball or go?
Yeah, when I was a kid, I definitely wanted to play basketball. I love basketball. I always have hoop dreams, but I knew music was something that I loved deep down, and that's what I wanted to do, you know, from a young age. So.
But we have a hoop at home, and his house record is 45 free throws from the free throw line.
That's funny. Yeah, I'll never give that up, but music was something I knew from a young age. For sure.
So what is it about music, other than you've heard it from your dad your entire life, that is so powerful for you?
I think being able to communicate, you know, being able to go to the other side of the world and play something in front of somebody that doesn't speak any English, but then you could just kind of have that connection with them. I think that's very special, and I was able to see that, you know, from a young age watching him. And so I think that's so powerful, and be able to kind of learn a new language and an instrument and try to become fluent in that. It almost feels like a little superpower.
It's very cool, yeah.
And it's so amazing to be able to, you know, share that. So
Yeah,
never take it for granted.
yeah. And Nathan, you've been touring forever, so what keeps you going? What keeps you having that same hunger and joy?
You know, the fact that I get to do what I love is good enough. Like, that's all you need. You know, I wake up every morning just in gratitude, you know, because I get to do something that I love, you know, just about as much as anything else, you know. And meeting people all over the world. We're going to Japan in April with Eric Clapton. It'll be my 85th trip to Japan.
Wow, wow.
And I still have as much fun as the day I went there for the first time in 1980. You know, it's still just as exciting. The culture, the people, the food. It's magic to me. So I mean, I spend a lot of time just in gratitude for the opportunity to do what I do.
Very cool.
Yeah.
So, favorite place to be playing?
Ooh.
I would say Japan. We just played in Tokyo, Japan at the Cotton Club, and I think it's just nothing like it over there. Culture.
Yeah, I'd have to agree. The audiences are wonderful. I mean, right up there, though, is the Royal Albert Hall in London. That's a lot of fun. Um, we played at a very nice concert hall in Seoul, Korea. That was reminded me a lot of the Disney concert hall.
Oh, huh?
And those kind of places and performing arts centers where they just really pull out all the stops for making it beautiful and acoustically amazing. Those kind of places are always very special to play.
Is there any place that you, well, are there any places left that you haven't played that you would like to play?
Ooh. I haven't played in, we just finished the tour in South America last year. I haven't played in India, and I always thought that would be fun to go there. And but pretty much played in most of the corners of the world.
Yeah. No, do you have a place you're hoping that you guys hit?
Ooh, that's a good question. I would love to definitely play in the Royal Albert Hall one day. It's such a beautiful place to play. But once again, yeah, I mean, playing some of the spots he played, if we could play there, it would just be a dream.
They came to the Royal Albert Hall, and he was 4 years old when he first came. So I have some pictures of them, sitting in the seats, and then they came last year, and I think 20 years later, here we are still in this beautiful venue.
Now, I get to go see you guys play up north the end of next week, and super excited about it. How do you choose what music you're playing? Do you have equal say on what?
He has most of the say.
Oh, no.
From that laugh, I don't know if that's true or not.
I think it's definitely a collaborative effort. Like a lot of the songs that we've been playing, just growing up together, and just songs that feel good to us, some songs that we've written, and just trying to figure out what works best. Of course, there's certain things like a bigger festival where we're going to play certain songs.
Sure, right.
In a nice, intimate jazz setting that we play certain songs. But we're going to feature a lot of songs from our album, so that'll be fun. But I think it's definitely just a collaborative effort.
And we have a new project that will come out for sure this year. It's called Father Son, and Nathan and Noah East, and it's exciting for me because it's the first time making a complete album with my son.
Yeah. Yeah, how many people can say they've done that?
It's amazing, yeah. Very excited about it.
So, Noah, what's your favorite thing working with your dad?
My favorite thing? Wow. Well, it's just amazing to be able to play with somebody that's, so gifted musically, and the fact that we have a nice chemistry. If he has an idea, it's almost kind of like if we start a sentence, he'll complete that sentence on his instrument without us having to say it, in person. So it's just amazing that it translates to our instruments and that they accompany each other so well. And just being able to do that in the studio and make an album like that was just truly special.
Where'd you record it?
We recorded at East West Studio 2. Yeah.
Yeah, very nice.
Favorite studio.
Yeah.
And I have to say too, the fact that his ear is so good, perfect pitch, but to have somebody that, when I'm almost thinking of a chord that I'd like to hear, somebody that actually plays it just like there's no lag in communication or the spirit at which we approach music.
So it's like twins who sing, or family who sings together, and they all can harmonize perfectly. It's what you guys are doing?
A lot like that, yeah. And he has a sister, Sarah, who also plays piano, and so they took lessons as they were growing up, and it's just exciting to see. They went to a place called Piano Play Music Systems, and they have some great arrangements. And Sarah had learned a couple Stevie Wonder songs, and we were backstage at the Crypto Arena for the Eric Clapton Crossroads Festival, and Stevie Wonder wandered into the dressing room, and she was playing, and he gets his harmonica out, and he's jamming with Sarah.
That was crazy.
It was amazing, and just so music is just magic, and I'm always just grateful that we get to do it.
Yeah. So do you both see when you're playing that you can really cross any cultural boundaries any language differences that music really is a universal language?
100%.
Yeah,
100%.
absolutely. And one of the things I enjoy about being here at the NAMM show is just you see people. I see friends of mine that have come from Italy and from Mexico and all over the world, and it's like, so it's just like this big universal party, that's happening right here. It feels like ground zero for the music business now.
Yeah, it's a good thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and Tech Awards.
Noah was saying, and I forgot about this, that when you got your special award, Tech Awards, that he was there. But you said you were 13?
I was 13, yep.
So,
Pretty excited.
yeah,
Pretty
that's very exciting.
And one of the highest honors to get the Lifetime Achievement Award. So thank you.
Do you think you'll ever have a father, son, daughter trio going out on the road?
I think so. I think there's every possibility of that happening. And Sarah has a great ear. Her degree was in integrated biology, so she went to the medical field. Her mom's a pediatrician, my wife Anita, and but we all love making music together, and I think there's every possibility of that happening.
Does your wife play any instruments?
She's learning. She's learning.
Yeah, she's learning piano. Noah's teaching her.
Okay. So, talking about NAMM, what is the one thing or the one place you have to go when you're here every year? Whether it's on campus or a restaurant, what do you have to do when you're here?
You can come in here for
Yeah, after coming here for so many years, I always just like to see what's new and exciting and what the companies that, now I've been with Yamaha more than 4 decades, so I always, want to know what Yamaha comes up with and has new. But it's just, I come looking for things and inventions that I didn't know anything about before, so.
Yeah.
So it's always refreshing and exciting to come.
And is there anything specific you're looking for?
Yeah, of course, on top of all the new keyboard gear and everything like that. It's just so cool to see a lot of, friends that I don't usually get to see play live, that are playing here at certain booths or whatever, just to be able to see them perform, because sometimes it's the only chance I get to see them. So to be able to just hop around and see all your music heroes playing is amazing.
Yeah, this is like a big family hang.
Yeah, it definitely
It
is.
is.
It definitely is, yeah.
It only it takes you like 30 minutes to get, just across the room because you see everybody, all your friends, and that's one of the things I really like. There's Stevie Wonder down the hall. There's Herbie Hancock. It's just it's amazing, and everybody in between. So it's always really exciting.
And now your album's coming out. Do you have a future goal after that drops? What's your next big thing you're going to be doing?
Well, an album now is basically a business card to get gigs.
Yeah.
It used to be the gigs were to tell people that you had a new album and they'd go rush to the record store after the gig and get your. But now, you basically make an album to let people know, okay, this is what we have. It's a thing, And so, we haven't really done a full-on tour. We've had so many. We've had so much fun hitting little spots, Korea, Taipei, Tokyo, and all around Europe. But we want to do, I think after we do release the record, we'll like a full-on tour. It'll be a lot of fun.
Are you ready for that?
I can't wait.
I think that's about it. I so appreciate the both of you coming. I've known you for a while, and Noah, we just really met a few months ago, and
That's
I'm
right.
so happy that we did, and it's so great. And thank you so much for being on this.
Thank you, Karen.
Thank you.
It's been fun, and we'll see you up at the Claremont.
Yes, I'm excited about it.